My face is really red because I get really warm when I sit in front of the window. I don't know why, I just do. And I also apologize if you guys can hear yelling in the background. My downstairs neighbors think that yelling is just normal talking, and so they yell to talk to each other. It's really annoying. I also apologize if I seem really out of it or dissociated in this video. I'm currently resisting a flashback right now, and that doesn't sound like it makes sense, but I don't know. It kind of does to me. I wanted to make this video because I promised that I would always keep it real with you guys, and I also wanted to resist negativity with positivity. If you see me looking around, it's because there's a lot of movement going on, and I'm sorry that I'm rocking back and forth. It's kind of like a subconscious thing, but it's kind of keeping me present in the moment right now, if that makes sense. Something that I tweeted earlier today was that life is the most beautiful when you are the most vulnerable. And I think that it was just like a random thought that I had. I had finished an hour of work and I was just chilling on the couch watching Voltron. What's new? And just that thought just struck my mind because I looked out the window. It's a beautiful sunny day outside. Like, I was not expecting it to be sunny, but it just kind of struck me as, wow, it's like really beautiful today. Like, I don't know, I feel like sometimes we take that for granted, or we just don't notice it because we're too busy just with everything else in our lives, too busy with our thoughts, too busy with, you know, oh, we have to get groceries, or oh, this needs to be done, or oh, you didn't do this, or oh, I forgot to do this, or oh, I didn't get enough work done yesterday, like, you know? And so I just sat there and I thought about it, and I was like, yeah, when you are in this vulnerable state, it's when you take notice to everything around you just a little bit more. And it's taken me a long time to learn to appreciate everything around me, like truly, like appreciate it. And so I'm thankful for the sunniness because it shows me that even though things might be a little bit weird right now, and even though I don't feel myself at all, and I'm sure that transposes a little bit onto camera, and even though I have been through some really dark times in my life, some really shitty, rough times in my life, it just shows me that life goes on and that life will always be beautiful. The reason why I say that is because I think too many people see bad things in life and then they play victim with it. And I don't mean that in like a targeting, hateful way. I mean that in like a just an observation kind of way. They see the bad things in life and all they see is negativity. But what they don't see is everything around it. The negativity is just like a little small bubble, and everything around it is like an even bigger bubble. That was a really weird hand gesture, but like people get so fixated on just one little small thing that was negative that just happened or has happened or is currently happening, and they forget to see that it really is a beautiful thing. I'm gonna quote Sailor Moon here, at least in the English dub. I don't know about the Japanese dub, but in the second movie, Hearts and Ice, she says, without the bad times, we wouldn't appreciate the good times. When I rewatched that movie, that really stuck with me. And that was before, like, a lot of things in my life had transpired. But that really stuck with me. And I feel like in my adult age, I'm 23, I feel like as I get older, I learn to just appreciate that even more. I feel like in my older age, and as I continue to get older, I appreciate that more because there have been a lot of bad things that have happened in my life. But then I realized that, you know, you've had a lot of bad things happen to you, but without those bad things, well, first of all, I wouldn't be the person that I am today. And second of all, I wouldn't have this appreciation for life that I have. And I think that that's something that a lot of people need to realize. Like, if I wouldn't have gone through the trauma that I'm currently resisting reliving, like, I don't don't know if I would have been through some of the other things. I don't know if I would have met the people that I have met. I definitely wouldn't have met one of my best friends in the whole wide world. I would never have met one of my closest friends, and then I would have never met this group of amazing other friends that I have. Like, I swear I would not have the amazing friends that I have today if I wouldn't have gone through what I just went, like the trauma that I did go through. And then, I don't know, it's all chain linked. Like, if you really think about it, the universe has an interesting way of linking everything together. It's all chain links, it's all puzzle pieces, you know. Also, I wouldn't be, you know, doing this YouTube thing that I can't believe I launched this much. Like, this month has been absolutely crazy. I just can't even begin to process the overwhelming love that I have received. Like, I've been getting so many messages, and like even people that I talk to in person have been like telling me how much they love my videos. The overwhelming amount of love, especially on the first video, just for the editing and just how everything went. It's the most fulfilling feeling I have felt in years. And I can't even begin to process it. Like, I'm so overwhelmed with emotion that it's just absolutely insane. But it pushes me to keep going forward. And it pushes my reason why I'm doing this even more. And it's to show you guys that, you know, no matter where you are in life, things will always get better. No matter what's going on in your life, you know, no matter what's going on in the world around you, or, you know, in your family, or, you know, maybe at school, or just whatever's you're doing and whatever is going on around you, or whatever's happening to you right now, that you have the power to change it. That you have the power to make your life exactly the way that you want it. You have the power to do it. People don't understand that they have the power to do it, but they expect it to just happen. And what they don't understand is that you have to work your butt off. It's a constant. You are constantly working for it. I have been going through this journey for so long, and like last year was a huge year of change. Last year was the year that I decided, like the end of 2017 going into 2018 was when I decided that, you know what, it doesn't need to be like this. I'm tired of living like this. I'm tired of feeling this terrible. I'm tired of living in pain every day. I'm tired of reliving my trauma on a weekly basis. I'm tired of constantly feeling like I'm in a war zone with my own self. And it is a lot of work, but you also need to learn to just surrender. Surrender to your emotions. And when you learn that, you can move forward. Another thing is that you have to learn to think these bad things and release them for your life. And I say all of this, and I'm still doing this. I'm still learning how to do this. I am on this journey with you guys. Like, the journey never ends, but you need to learn how to start it. You need to take that leap of faith and trust me that it always gets better, and that being angry and bitter about the cards life hands you, there's no point in it, because then when you decide to be angry and bitter, or, you know, want to cancel 2019 because, you know, you stubbed your toe or some shit like that, or maybe you got sick, like, or I don't know, like something happened and some huge change happened, and it's something that you don't want to deal with, but honey, you gotta learn to step up and deal with it. That's just how life is. Life isn't gonna be perfect, and life isn't always gonna be like roses and cherries or shit like chocolate covered strawberries. You know, it's not gonna be like that. You have to learn to embrace it. You have to learn to just live it, you know? Yeah, it's okay to be upset about things, but that doesn't mean that you have to give up. Automatically giving up when something happens that isn't in your favor, where the hell do you go? Like, no wonder you're not going anywhere. Like, no wonder life is constantly terrible for you, because you don't fight it. Yeah, you gotta, like, yeah, you have to surrender to it, but you also have to fight it a little bit. There's a balance there. It's just, I feel bad for the people that do that and they're missing out. Like, I know what it's like on the other side, just a little bit. And it's so much better on the other side. It's so much better when you finally decide to take that leap of faith. Life starts to make more sense again. Life becomes so much more beautiful. The best way I can describe it to somebody that doesn't understand is your world goes from like monotone, like grays, blacks, and whites, and piece by piece you start to see different colors. Like in a week you'll start to see blues and greens, and then in a few more weeks you see reds and oranges and like purples and stuff like that. Like, and then as you progress further you see the different tones of these colors. You see teals and like olives and like a burnt orange color. You see like crimson brick. Like, that's the best way I can describe it, is that when you finally do it, you see more colors. You see just how beautiful life is. You know, you appreciate the birds that are making a nest in the spring to lay their eggs. You appreciate the trees that are outside budding and they're about to bloom and grow their leaves back or grow their flowers or start to produce fruit, you know? You see the little sprouts of vegetables growing up like they're children. You know, you see all of these new things. You see the regeneration process. I feel like we can take a lot of wisdom from what's around us, and I feel like we can grow a lot from what's around us. There are lessons that life teaches us, and yes, it's very much up to how you perceive it. It's also very much just accepting it. You know, accepting these lessons and learning how to continue forward. It's learning how to cope with the new things that life throws at you. It's learning how to pick yourself up when you fall down. Yeah, so that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today. I know this is a very chill and kind of weird video because I'm rocking back and forth watching traffic through my window. But I just wanted to be honest with you guys about life, because I feel like not everybody is 100% honest about life. And, you know, there's faults in everybody. There's faults in me. I mean, quite obviously. I'm sitting here in front of my window on a Tuesday afternoon rocking back and forth. I'm still in the pajama bottoms that I slept in, but I at least changed my shirt for you guys and, like, brushed my hair and teeth. But, like, you know, I'm not claiming to be some perfect person. I'm not an expert on life. I'm just a person that's experienced a lot of what life has had to hand me. And I know that there's gonna be more. You gotta be ready for it. You gotta know that no matter what happens, you can get through it. No matter what happens, you will always come out a better version of yourself. You know, no matter what you go through, you are going to come out a better version of yourself. It might take a while and you might struggle. You might have a lot of ups and downs. You might have days where you're like super happy and on top of the world, and then you might have days like I'm having today where it's a beautiful sunny day outside and you're kind of trapped in this gray fog inside your head, listening to your neighbors yell at each other and trying not to dissociate too much so you can still be productive for the rest of the day, you know? It's, wow. I hope that was furniture. So, now that I've recorded 25 minutes of footage, I think that I'm gonna sign off for today. And just a heads up for you guys that next week is the first week of April. And so April is I'm doing a fun thing for April because I have a bit of a theme for April that I'm super excited about. So starting next week, only for the month of April, by the way. So all weeks in April are going to have 2 videos each. Like, there's going to be the usual video on Wednesday at 12 p.m. And then I'm not looking at the camera, I'm looking at myself in the viewfinder. And then there's also going to be a second video on Saturday at 12 p.m. And next month's theme is resetting. And I go through it a lot more in depth in the next videos, but I'm just saying that in the first 2 videos of next week, you're going to hear me say next week's video is going to be setting new intentions and stuff like that, and it's because I had filmed it with intentions of the first video that's going to be going up next week being this week's video, but I wanted to take a little intermission to talk to you guys and keep my promise of being real with you guys. So thank you guys for making this month a very beautiful month. Thank you guys for all the love. I've been getting so many messages from you guys and talking to you guys and hearing from you guys just like how much you guys love what I'm doing, and I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for making my life a little bit more fulfilled. And also, please leave your comments on like how I'm doing down below on this video. The small reason for that is that it helps my engagement rate. It's going to help my videos show up in your suggested or in your feed, especially since the YouTube algorithm is a little bit weird. And by a little bit, I mean a lot of it. And also make sure that you don't miss out on the beginning of a new month. So hit that subscribe button and also turn on your notification bell, little thing right next to it, to make sure that you don't miss out on the videos, because again, the algorithm can be a little bit weird. And make sure that you leave a thumbs up on the video too, because if you like it, then please give it a thumbs up, because that will also help my videos show up in your feed and your suggestions. So yeah, thank you guys for being here, and thank you for giving me the courage to keep moving forward. I really need to eat something. So yeah, I will see you all in my next one.